Ladies and gentlemen, in this video from Big Jon's live stream, we witnessed a man try to prove Islam by arguing that the Quran invented words. Yes, you heard that right. Forget prophecy, forget miracles. Apparently the true proof of God is grammar innovation. But when Big Jon put the spotlight on him, things went downhill faster than you can say Bibbleglop. Buckle up. This one's going to test your vocabulary and your patience.
Well, Islam promotes pure monotheism, so I don't think Christianity does it.
Okay.
Perhaps Judaism does it, but...
Okay, so if your definition is just, for it to be true, it has to be pure monotheism. A couple questions I have to ask is, one, why does it have to be pure monotheism? And two, even if it had to be pure monotheism, well, there's three. Why isn't Christian pure monotheism? And then third, if Christian isn't pure monotheism, why not one of these other plethora of religions that have pure monotheism?
Well, you know how to say it, but if you take Islam and the monotheism of Islam, the thing is, you can have unicity of God, so you can't actually say that a God created another God, as Christianity says that. Like the God with capital G created the God with who is Jesus.
Yeah, Christianity doesn't say that. We don't say that Jesus is created. We say Jesus is eternal. But again, even if that was true, how does that prove Islam?
Yeah. Well, Islam says that there is only one God, and that's how we take it. If you go into like regression, if you say that a God created another God, that doesn't make sense actually to the human mind.
We don't think a God created a God. So again, how does this prove Islam? Right? You're just telling me what you guys believe. I want a reason why to believe it.
Well, because it confirms what became before Islam, the Abrahamic religion, and also what came with Moses and before Jesus. But when Jesus came, the message was not in the same continuity. So that's how we know that actually it is the right message, because it confirms what became.
Okay, so your claim is Judaism was true, and then Christianity was true, and then Islam came later and also true, but Christianity and Judaism was corrupt. So then I have to ask, what is your evidence of all that?
Well, because we say so. Actually, God says so in His words in the Quran.
Okay, isn't that begging the question?
That's my claim.
Isn't that begging the question?
Begging the question of what?
Well, I'm asking, right, is there a good reason to be a Muslim? And you're just saying, well, God did it.
Yes, because it's clearly says that the road that Christians would follow is not the right road.
How do I know that the Quran is the word of God?
Well, because we say it's a miracle.
How's it a miracle?
In its entirety, in its words, the way it was revealed, the words that it was revealed in, the words that are used in the Arabic, that maybe you can't actually understand this miracle, or you can't fathom it, but for the Arabic speaking people, that is a miracle.
What is
even
the miracle?
For the doctors who
what is the miracle?
The miracle in its wordings, the way it was worded, and also the words used.
Right, but you're just saying in the words. Give me like a specific example of how is it a miracle. Like how's the wording a miracle? Give me the exact specific example.
Well, I would give you like concepts that wasn't actually existed like in that time, like perhaps the concept of the words, words like the word. We have the concept of the word in the Arabic language in that time.
But you're giving me vague references to the ether. Can you give me a very specific example?
Specific example of like a word or something that is used?
Of any miracle claim. They're claiming it's a miracle. Give me a specific example on how it's a miracle.
So I would give you like the word Rahman Rahim, which is the most merciful, and the word Rahman Rahim. These kinds of words were not really comprehended or used at that time. So there is words that would invent it in the Quran that was not actually used before that. So that's in itself
okay.
is
So Paul invented the word arsenokoitai. Does that make Paul God?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the word you used.
Paul invented the word arsenokoitai, right? The Greek word, a conjunction of man bed, right? He was the first one to use it that we have in history. So does that make Paul God?
You could take that into consideration and try to analyze all the words that he said. Maybe he said just one word, but I'm saying that it's multiple words actually used in the Quran.
Hold on. Paul says the
Yeah.
word invents the word arsenokoitai. Does that make him God?
Well, I cannot understand that word, but if I could, maybe I would analyze it. But
Well, it doesn't matter if you understand it.
Your
Argument is that these words didn't exist before. Now they do exist because of Muhammad. Well, if that's your standard, then Paul inventing the word arsenokoitai makes him God. And also, like, whatever rapper first said the word drip would also be God, or started using the word no cap or any sort of slang that's used nowadays. They would also be God.
Well, it depends what kind of situation it is used in. Maybe this is culture. This is not relevant to our discussion of the creation of people, the creation of human. Maybe if that person came up with the idea of planets, he told me that there is planets, but I didn't know that was planets
now you're
before.
changing. Are you conceding the inventing of words doesn't make you God?
No, I'm saying that this has to be one of the conditions.
Why?
But if it's talking about culture, if it's talking about drip doesn't make any sense for me. So if you maybe said maybe there are planets, and I didn't know that actually planets, what did it mean, and what do you mean by that? Like stars, you talk about something.
Hold on. You're going on a big tangent. Slow down. So every single word that ever existed was invented, right?
All right.
Okay, then how does words being invented prove it's from God?
So I said that first there has to be not just the word, the invention of the word itself, but also what it's accompanied with. So if it's a word invented that meant something really deep and help me understand the word itself and what is out.
Okay, give me the methodology. Give me the methodology in determining whether or not a word is just invented by a human or if it was invented by God.
I would ask you first, do you believe that God invented words?
Completely irrelevant.
Like all the words we're talking, all the words were invented by God?
No.
Yes, so that's not my purpose. What I'm saying is, there are some words that maybe could be used, because God knows everything.
Can you give me the methodology?
Can you give
me the methodology?
Yeah.
And which one would determine whether or not a word was invented by God or just some guy?
That's not the purpose of my answer. Is the methodology, I would say, is to figure out if the word was used in that culture or that language.
All words are invented. It doesn't matter if it was used in that culture or not. So if Muhammad invented a word, does that prove he's from God?
It depends on the words. Perhaps if you're talking about
if it depends on the words, give me the methodology
in
which to determine whether or not the word is from God or not.
Okay, so we would take a word, like the word the person invented. We will try to understand it as we understand all the words we created before, and try to understand what it really means. And if we can actually fathom some explanation or some like we would say explanation of that word, we can actually say that it is perhaps a word that can be understood. But the Quran and the particularity of the Quran is that there is not only just one word.
Hold on, I'm going to prove I'm from God. Bibbleglop is a word I just invented, and it's talking about the deep frustration that one has when they try to understand another person, but just cannot understand them, no matter how they word it. That's what Bibbleglop means. So am I God?
Well, the word you just invented doesn't help me in any ways.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe
Anytime somebody's trying to explain something to you, no matter how they explain it, and you're getting frustrated, instead of giving a long sentence about how you're frustrated, you just say, "Hey, you're giving me Bibbleglop."
Perhaps there is another word that can describe this. I don't
What's
think
the other word?
you invented something.
Great. So I'm from God.
We would just say frustrated if we don't understand. Like you can actually replace it by a phrase.
Frustrated can be used in all sorts of different contexts, right? It could be you'd be frustrated because your car won't start. You could be frustrated because you can't beat a certain level in a video game. There's lots of reasons you could be frustrated. But Bibbleglop has a specific intention of being frustrated because you cannot understand a person, no matter how they explain it. They cannot get that information to you.
All right, you're right, because you actually invented this word. I would say it is in English, right? Is it an English word?
It's in a unique word, and if it's from God, it's a godly language.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the word you just invented. It is used in English, so I would say that's an English word.
How is it used in English? It's just a word. How do you derive that it's an English word?
But because you used it in an English sentence. So I would say perhaps.
Can I not use French words? Hold on. If I say I really love fromage, does that make fromage an English word?
No, but it is French. Let's not derive from the conversation we're having.
We're not deriving from the conversation. You're saying it's an English word. How do you know it's an English word?
Well, let's get back to what I said. So the Arabic words are invented in the Arabic language. So I'm okay with that if you say that Bibbleglop means something.
Bibbleglop is an Arabic word. There you go. It was given to me by God.
Well, you don't actually speak the language, so you can't not.
I don't need to speak the language. God gave me the information.
Words. I would argue that it's not Arabic because it doesn't relate to any word in Arabic.
Prove it's not Arabic.
It doesn't have any base. It doesn't.
Well, if it has base in Arabic, then it's not invented, is it?
It is. It is.
Oh my! All right, man. I appreciate your time. I'll let you say one last thing, so I'm not just running or kicking. What do you got to say?
No, it's all right. Thank you for having me, and have a great day. It's been nice speaking to you.
All right, God bless.
At the end of the day, this wasn't just about words. It was about logic. Because if the test for divinity is creating a new word, then every rapper, every novelist, and every frustrated student writing an essay could claim divine status. What this moment really shows us is how easily people confuse novelty with truth. Something new doesn't automatically mean something eternal. And sometimes, when you run out of answers, inventing new rules for the game won't save you. So here's the real takeaway. Truth doesn't need wordplay, it needs weight. And if an argument can't stand up without linguistic gymnastics, maybe it's not an argument worth holding on to. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves debates as much as you do.